It's Sylvia with Rider Magazine. I got to test the Yamaha R9 today, and so I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about it. My first impression is it looks really nice. I love the colors that they chose. This is the blue model. They have a white and a red model and a matte black. They all look great. I think the white is my favorite. This bike is really affordable at $12,499. You have everything included: electronics, quick shift, up and down. You have steel braided lines. You have an app that you can use to track lap times, lean angle, everything. This bike has a lot to offer. More than just that, it has a different handlebar position than the R7 or the R6, which I really like. It's super comfortable yet sporty. It's like right in between. I know the R7 was really aggressive and it kind of twisted the bars in this way and it was kind of uncomfortable. It felt like you were standing on top of the bike. They did a really good job with the rider triangle on this bike. I feel really comfortable. The seat is more narrow so I can touch the ground. I tippy toe on most bikes, especially the R6. I only tiptoe with one foot, and with this I could touch both feet to the ground, so that was really nice. Narrow seat, feels comfortable, I can touch the ground pretty well. So some of the things I felt when I was riding it on the track was the suspension felt a lot more capable than a normal street bike. When I was hard on the brakes going down into, I think it's turn 3 at Sonoma. No, it's turn 5. Shoot. Turn 5. Anyway, going down into turn 5, I could feel the suspension really helping me out and just shocking all that weight moving forward. It did perfectly fine. Another thing that I noticed is that the brakes work really well. And it has front and rear ABS. And the front ABS actually did not kick on when I was really hard braking, so that was a good sign. You can electronically turn off the rear ABS when you're in track mode. It automatically turns it off, and you can turn it off if you want to separately. And if you want the front ABS to be off, you have to pull a fuse, so it's super easy, quick change if you're going to take this bike to the track. So it might be hard to see from this angle, but this bike actually has winglets, right? So they did a really good job of making it look seamless with the fairings, and I really enjoy that because most bikes nowadays have these wings that are kind of propped out and it's like something that your eye is drawn to. These are functional and aesthetically pleasing winglets, in my opinion. I really enjoy these. The front end looks great. They have that one single headlight there and then the LED strips on the side. I think it looks beautiful. The obvious narrow tail section that's on the R6, the R7, I think that looks great. So this bike is really aesthetically pleasing. I like it a lot. This is Yamaha's most aerodynamic R-type motorcycle. So with the winglets, and they changed the windscreen, this is their most aerodynamic model. They also have this inlet right here to give it extra downforce. It's really good. It feels great at high speed. Even if I wasn't fully tucked on the bike, the windscreen did its job. I didn't feel any resistance or head shake, so that was nice. Okay, so for electronics, this bike has cruise control, it has a USB-C type charger if you need that, it has self-canceling turn signals, and every bit of electronic aid that you could think of, and you can adjust it. You can turn it all off with ease. You can change the electronics with this joystick on the left-hand side, and menu buttons are very easy to figure out. So that was really nice for me. This bike comes equipped with real sport bike clip-ons, so it feels more sport bikey instead of street bike oriented. However, Yamaha wants a lot of street bike riders to ride this, and I feel like it's a really good bike for the in-between. We rode it on track today, so I really only got to experience it as a track bike, but I could see how this would be a really nice street bike as well because it's super comfortable. I rode it all day and I'm not tired. It felt really nice and easy to ride. Every bit of rider aid was helpful and useful. And it just felt really, I don't know, it just felt really easy to ride. I really enjoyed this bike. I'm probably gonna buy one for suspension, the KYB suspension, right? So I talked about it a little bit earlier, but they have added, it's called instant dampening for the rear. So for example, if you're hitting a bump and the bike kind of reacts really quick, this bike kind of delays it. It's called instant dampening. So if you hit a bump, it's not gonna throw you off really quick. It's just gonna be like, okay, something happened, but no big deal. So that's really nice. This bike comes equipped with stainless steel front brake lines. When I first got on this bike, immediately I felt one with it. I didn't feel like I needed to adjust my body position or kind of get comfortable with it. It was just immediate. It felt really good. I was really surprised with how much torque this bike had. It felt fun and fast, but it also felt easy to ride, and I'd say it's not like a scary motorcycle. Like when I'm on like a 600 Super Sport, I feel like it's very like, oh my God, let's go. This bike is torquey and you can feel the fun, and it's nice. It gets up and goes, but it's very manageable. It's manageable power, and I really enjoy it. It handled really great on the track. I really don't have any complaints about it. So Yamaha designed this frame a little stiffer, and they use the process called gravity casting. So between the triples and where the swing arm bolt is, it's a lot stiffer. So for example, if you're like hard on the brakes, you're going downhill, or some sort of force, like let's say getting on the gas and the bike is squatting, it doesn't flex as much, so it feels a lot more stable. So that's really nice. This bike overall handled great everywhere on the straights, in the corners. I mean, it did everything it needed to do. So this bike feels really good and really easy to ride. Josh Hayes talked a little bit about how he said this bike feels muted compared to the other R type of motorcycles, the R7, the R6. It feels muted because it's just so easy to ride. So yeah, this is just a great overall bike. I have no complaints. I have zero complaints about this bike. It felt great. I'm really happy I got to ride it, and I hope you guys get a chance to ride it too.